Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of JD's Corner. Today I would like to discuss 10 ways to be a better husband. I know for a lot of you, you think you won once the lady says I do to you, and you didn't. You still have to love her, you still have to romance her, you still have to listen to her, you still have to be there for her. It's not over with. That's where people screw up. All the things that got you to the marriage and to that altar in the first place are what you should still be doing even after she says I do. You wanted to be with her, you giggled and laughed with her, you shared intimacy with her, you did many different things for her that after you got married you just took for granted. I don't have to do it no more. And you should appreciate her. She doesn't have to be with you. She could be with somebody else. So she chose you out of this whole big world and all of these men. She chose you. So if you would be interested in learning how to be a better husband, I have a couple of things, 10 things actually, that will make you a better husband if you actually put the time and effort into it. The very first one is when you wake up every morning, look her in the eyes, see her, tell her I love you, and really mean it. Don't just I love you and that's it. Make her feel it, make her know it. Before you go to bed at night, do the exact same thing. Tell her you love her. Whatever happened during the day, work it out during the day. Don't take it to bed with you and let it fester and let it grow into something bad tomorrow. Deal with your problem today and then tell her you love her at night, mean it, go to sleep. Number 2, as a rule, I would say, is let your actions speak for your words. You told her yesterday, last night, and this morning how much you love her. Now let your actions show it by the way you treat her and the things that you do and how thoughtful you are for her. If you don't mean it, your actions won't show it, and therefore when you tell her I love you, it's just a word. It doesn't have no meaning behind it. I have had 3 serious relationships in my life. One of them turned into a marriage, and to this day, even if they didn't work out, you could ask every one of them, did he love you? And they will all say yes. Every person I've ever known. Because I convey in my actions what my heart feels inside. A lot of people don't do that. They hide from it. They feel like they're inferior, they're losing their masculinity, and you're not. You are. This woman picked you, of this whole world, picked you, one person, to fall in love with, to marry, to procreate with, to share children with, to do everything with. You owe it to her. I would say number 3, and it's a real big one, communication. A lot of couples don't have that today. They both harbor feelings, something of a resentment that they hold on to, and then as turmoil progresses in your marriage, when it all comes out, it blows like a hydrogen bomb that really didn't need to. If you talk about the small things, you can work through them. If your wife comes to you and says you nag too much, maybe you do. Take it under consideration and advisement and pay more consciousness to yourself that you're not going to do it. Maybe your wife, she bitches about everything. She gives you that honey-do list and it just never stops. It just builds and builds and builds. Again, don't just harbor it and hold it in. Tell her, say, honey, I only got so much time in the day. I can only do so many things. I'll add it to the list, but I can't guarantee when I'll get to it. Open communication is what will make your marriage last. It's the one thing people do not do. They do not communicate. My wife and I right now, we communicate over everything, whether it's big or small, it doesn't matter. But it has built my relationship and woven into a fiber that I've never felt between another human being before. I don't pass judgment on her. She doesn't pass judgment on me. Things I want and need in my life or things she wants and need in her life, we encourage one another to go get it. Just don't forget how important communication is. If there's something you want in the bedroom, don't feel like you can't talk to your spouse about it and go find it from somebody else. Talk to them first. You'd be amazed what people will do today that they wouldn't even consider years ago. So, love her, honor her from your heart, Let your actions show it in the everyday things that you do. Even if it's just a note in her purse she just opened up and said, "Oh wow," and it just says, "Thinking of you and I love you," with a smiley face. She'll know. Send her a text once in a while. Send her some place where you're at for lunch or something like that, and just take a selfie and just write "I love you" on it and send it to her. It's them little things that'll make all the difference in the world, and your actions will show her just how much you love her. So yes, the communication is very important. The next thing I would say is, after you get married, a lot of people forget that they need time for themselves. Without the kids, without the family, without the in-laws, without the brothers and sisters, without all the friends, you just need time for you. So I would suggest, if you can spare one night a week or 1 or 2 nights a month, make a date night. This date night is not designed for you to just go at it like rabbits, boom, 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 boom. That's not what it's for. It's to build the intimacy level up that you guys have in a relationship you don't even know. The little things like sitting on the couch and snuggling together, watching TV, maybe take a shower together, lay down in bed and just caress her in your arms. It doesn't have to be about sex. Take her bowling, go for a walk on the beach, take a hike in the woods. If you like to fish, go spend the day fishing. Find something different all the time, so you're always got something new to look forward to and not the same old humdrum thing. It's kind of like sex. Every day you have sex for 15 years and you're in the missionary position, boom, 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 it's done, it's over with. It gets boring. Nobody wants to have sex and your sex life falls apart. Be spontaneous, be open to new things, try new things all the time. It will spice your sex life up. Same principle with finding new ways to spend time together. I'm not saying forget your friends, but make time for you too. It's very, very, very important. If you're not there to fill a gap that one or the other one needs, someone else will be. Just because you're married doesn't mean there aren't people out there that won't prey on that. They look for it. Number 5, and this is part of what I just discussed, leave her little cards, notes, and letters. When you take a shower, there's steam all over it. Right. "Honey, I love you. I miss you very much. Look forward to seeing you again." Let it all completely dry. When she gets in the shower and takes that shower and steams that bathroom all back up and she comes out, she's going to see this little invisible note from you she didn't even know existed. And it's going to say, "Honey, I love you." And it's going to mean more to her than if you left her a set of diamond earrings sitting on the bed. Anybody's got money. Anybody can buy something. Anybody can steal something and give it to them. But when it comes from your heart, a woman never, ever, ever forgets it. It shows, it conveys your feeling of, "I love you." So you need to make that happen. Look for more things to do. This would be number 6. Look for more things to do as a couple. I mean, find couple friends that like to go do things together, so that you're interacting with other adults. You're helping your marriage, your intimacy. You're helping every part of you grow, and you're into a solid marriage that people will learn to love and envy, because not many people have that. My wife and I, we don't argue at all. We don't fight. We have a problem, we talk with one another about it. To this day, still haven't had a big fight, so I'm hoping that by us having the open communication, it is what's kept the big fight at bay. We still enjoy being with one another. We find things to do together. We find things to do separately. She has nothing to do with these video blogs. These are all me. Why? Because I want to help people. It's been my life and my passion. And what I said the other day was true. Find something that you do and that you love to do, and you'll never work a day. Me doing these videos right now, I love doing it. Me reaching out and helping the world, I love doing it. And in every respect that I possibly can, in every avenue that the human being and God opens for me, I am going to travel down it until I can help everybody I possibly can with what I've been through in life. I did not go to college, not in any way, shape, or form. But I learned from the school of life everything I needed to know that was good and bad. And I learned the hard lessons, but by learning them hard lessons, it made me a better man. And I've been able to share what I've learned with the rest of the world. So find more things to do as couples, and you'll see that that'll help your marriage tremendously. You're not always going to her girlfriend's house, or you're not always going to your friend's house, or she's not going one way, you're going the other, but you're also doing things together. You got to have a life together and a life separate. You can't be with one another 24 hours a day. You'll drive one another nuts. So you need to have that separation part. And when you're not separated like that, find things to do. It don't matter. Like I said, anything you guys enjoy, there's got to be stuff, and there's always people that enjoy the same thing as you. So those little couples retreats, a little couples getaway over here, 2 or 3 couples going out on the golf course, a couple guys going out and do karaoke at night, it builds intimacy in your marriage, and it's what you want. It's what makes the web of it work. When you break down part of that web, everything else suffers. So you got to do it all. Yes, it's an effort, but again, if it was easy, everybody could do it. There'd be no divorce, and there'd be no lawyers praying on it. I would say number 7, encourage her to come to you with whatever's going on in her life, whether it's good, bad, happy, sad, healthy, not healthy. Encourage her that you've got 2 big shoulders, one there and one right there, and she can lean on them. She can do anything she wants with them, and you're going to take her and you're going to hold her, and you're going to protect her from the world and not let nobody harm her. That intimacy alone, a lot of women do not have. And they should, from every man. Again, she's sharing everything that is sacred and everything that is holy in this world with you. She picked you out of this whole world. There must be something good in you. And now you've got to show her that you're worthy of it. And if not, I don't give a shit if you take it the wrong way or not, then fucking sit down and let her see the guy standing behind you that will take care of her and show her what she deserves. Encourage her to reach her goals and dreams and help her do it. Don't just, yes, honey, that's help her, get behind her, be there for her. She needs a ride somewhere, she needs a study partner, be there for her. You can't ask for a better source of intimacy than pushing one another to reach their hopes, goals, and dreams. You can't. It just, every day things happen in your life that when you're all alone, you take it one way. But when you have someone to share that with and you're not alone, you take it totally different. So encourage everybody. Always encourage. Encourage your spouse, encourage your kids, encourage your friends. Don't degrade them. Don't put them down because they're trying something that you don't believe in or you're afraid to try. Encourage them because it doesn't matter what it is. It might just work for them even if it didn't for you. Help them, help everybody achieve and reach their hopes, goals, and dreams in life. And what a better world it would be. Can you imagine a world where people are actually happy with the way things are going instead of miserable and trying to blow up our planet one way or another? Encourage, encourage, encourage. Now, number 8, and this is a big one, and a lot of people are guilty of it. Personally, I'm a very private person, so I keep most of it to myself. But when something does go wrong in your marriage, and believe me, it don't matter how great or how smooth it goes, sooner or later something will go wrong and it's going to cause you two to have a fight. And don't talk to your friends or your family about it. Keep them out of it. They all choose sides. Some people like the woman better, some people like the guy better, and they give you an impartial opinion. They do not give you they give you a biased opinion because of who they like instead of unbiased on what the situation is. Go to a complete stranger if you need to talk. Go to a church, sit down and talk with a pastor. Go to a counselor and sit down and talk with a counselor. Explain what your problem is if it's that bad. Don't tell your family, don't tell your friends. And not to mention, down the road, when you tell people what's going on in your life, when they cross you or they screw you up, do whatever, you're giving them ammunition to shoot at you later on. And don't give them any ammo. Leave their fucking guns empty at all times. Do not confide in family and friends. Period. No end of discussion. 9, and this is very important because I see a lot of men do this and I hear a lot of men say it. Stop treating her like she's a sex toy and nothing else. She's more than that. She's sharing her mind, her heart, her body, her soul, her being. She is sharing everything in life that she stands for. She's sharing it with you. And for what? So that you can go in there and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and it's all over with? You think that's great, right? Well, she needs more than that. And when you don't give it to her, man always finds a way, and so does woman, to find someone else to fill that need if you don't want to. Sex is great. Intimacy, love, passion, that makes the physical part of your relationship so much more intense, so much more tender, so much more satisfying. Excuse my French, but anybody can walk out and fuck like a rabbit. It's no big deal. Bam, 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 done. Move on. Did you satisfy? No. You had an orgasm, but when you do it the right way, and you do it the slow build, that intimacy, you don't just have an orgasm. You have a full bodygasm from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Everything. You're very satisfied. You're very relaxed. And it happens more often. And why? Because you have something special and she wants to share it with you and you want to share it with her. Where most people, hey, let's have sex. She rolls over, bam, you're all done. Heck with her. She's unsatisfied again. Most guys, I don't care who you are, you can say what you want, but yeah, control is a big thing. There's an exercise that you can do. I'm good to tell it to you because I do it every day. And why? Because I love pleasuring women and I do it in every way possible to the best of my ability. But if you ever have to take a leak and you can't get to the bathroom real fast and you squeeze real hard, do that. Do that and hold it and let it go, and do that and hold it and let it go, and do that and hold it and let it go, and do it about 15, 20 times, 3 or 4 times a day. The muscle is going to get very sore. Yes, it is going to hurt, but it is going to give you more holding power and more stamina in the long run, which is going to make you better sexually for your wife. And if you want sex all the time, you got to make sure that she's just as satisfied as you are, and it can't always be about you. For me, I love sex, my favorite pastime. But I love pleasuring a woman and feeling her orgasm again and again because of something I did right. I love to spoil a woman in every part of life. I think it is the most fantastic gift that I can give her to show her how much I love her. It don't matter if I can fight and protect her. It doesn't matter if I can pay all of her bills and slide credit cards. It don't matter if I buy her a brand new car. It's all materialistic. Showing her who I am on the inside and what I'm willing to do and can do for her, that is priceless. It's better than MasterCard or American Express. So, love her from head to toe. Don't miss any part of it. Let every fiber, nerve, every muscle in her body know that when you're there and you're not there, you're hers. You're thinking of her. She's not wondering, is he looking at another woman? Is he sleeping with somebody else? Am I not satisfying him enough? She'll know by the way you show her. And then, when the inevitable does come, this is number 10 and it's a big one. You're going to get in a fight and an argument. Don't start yelling at one another and don't call names. There is no reason for it at all. Something went wrong. You guys get mad at one another, but if I did it, tell me what I did. I should just keep my mouth shut, give myself a chance to absorb what you said, think about it, and then make my apology instead of, oh, I'm sorry, and walk away. I'm going to hurt you again the same way because I didn't hear you. I just apologized because I didn't want to listen to you. Listen. Open your ears. Men, we do more things to hurt women than women do to hurt us. It's just who we are. It's encoded in our DNA. But in the process of it, you can do so much more about it and make yourself so much better. She's your wife. So when you say, you fucking bitch, you are calling her a four-legged dog in heat. If you look at your wife that way, you don't deserve her. If you look at your girlfriend that way, you don't deserve her either. She needs to get and slap you right in the face and turn around and walk out the door. That's not what she is. And until you learn to treat her with the proper respect that she treats you, then you don't deserve to have any part of her life. If you slap her in the face, shame on you. You should have some guy beat the living fuck right out of you. And when it's all over with, she should have her opportunity. No man ever has a right to hit a woman unless she's trying to hurt you. Don't let somebody beat you to death out of chivalry. That's not good. But on the other hand, just because she said you're an asshole, don't mean you open your hand up and slap her in the face. You don't do that. It's wrong. I see these people walking all around my neighborhood and they're screaming at their girls and she's telling them, leave me alone. She just needs time. And what do? You keep following her and you keep yelling at her and you keep pushing her. And all you're doing is escalating a situation that probably wouldn't be as bad as it is right now. So that's a part, man, you just got to grow up. Don't call her names. Don't fight and argue with her. You go your way. Let her go her way. Relax for a few minutes. You can come back and talk about it later. Try and resolve the issue before bedtime, though. Don't take it to bed with you and let it harbor and fester into something it shouldn't be. And that's all it's going to do. Now, I think if you just follow those 10 simple rules for the time being, there's plenty more I can give you, but for the time being, if you just map that out and do one different thing a week, and just keep it going on a cycle, you're going to see the intimacy and the love in your marriage grow in ways that you would have never, you hoped for, but did never seen coming. Remember, to be safe, to be sane, and to be consensual about every part of your life when it comes to you and your wife. She's an amazing part of who you are, and without her, you are going to feel like you've lost the world. It takes time to heal from that, but you don't have to put yourself through it. Luckily, if you just do the right things, she fell in love with you for a reason, and she's only going to fall deeper and deeper in love with you if you give her the reasons to. And if you don't, she is going to find somebody else. She is eventually going to leave you, and you're going to be brokenhearted. And depending on what you did, you might be flat broke too by the time she's done with you in court. So, is it worth all that? Hell no. You loved her for a reason. That's why you asked her to marry you. So, remember all them reasons. Remember who she is. Life and time, and they do a thing to you. I get it, but it doesn't have to affect that part of your life. Love her for who she is. Love her for the person that she is inside, and she's going to love you and give you things you've never experienced and wanted in your life. I do hope these things help somebody out there. These are rules that I definitely live by in my life. I treat every female with utmost respect, and I love them. I loved them. To pamper them, I love to romance them, I love to spoil them, I love to just share my life with them. I think that was the best thing God ever did, was create woman. What I think he did wrong was giving man an evil side to actually come alive to hurt him. There was no reason for that. I don't see any reason to ever hurt a woman. If you can't talk out of a situation, just turn your back and walk away. It's not that big a deal. What do you think she's going to do? Pull out a gun and shoot you all the time? No, she's not. You had an argument. Some people say things in the heat of argument they don't mean. And when they do say it, it just goes on to be a more hurtful thing that they don't forget. I've been through it. I said something to my ex-wife that was the beginning and the end of my marriage, and I didn't know it. The arguing is not going to solve a problem. It's going to just make things worse. There's going to be more animosity and more tension. So don't allow that in your relationship. Don't allow other people in there. And make time for one another. Let your hearts grow. Love is like a circle. There's no beginning and there's no end. If you do it right, you'll always flow harmoniously in one round circle, both of you will. And life will be amazing. Now, when you do something stupid, you kick it out. You knock everything out of rotation. It comes around, now it's got to go back up and come around. You don't need that. Keep it smooth. There's a rule I learned in my life when I was younger. It's called KISS. K-I-S-S. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't complicate your marriage. Do not complicate your relationship. Keep it simple. Keep it to the basics and keep to what you know is right. And you won't mess up. And God will give you all the blessings that marriage can have and more. I thank you for watching, and God bless. This is JD's Corner, and we're done for today. Bye-bye.